Welcome back to Building a Watch Company. I'm RT Custer, and today we have good news and bad news. The bad news is that we got fired. I like to start with the bad news because, hopefully we can come full circle, and I do have some pretty good news, I think. As you recall, Building a Watch Company is our monthly docu-series YouTube show where we're basically documenting everything that it takes to build an American watch company or manufacture wristwatches in the United States. So it's very hard to do this. And we've gotten fired before, but let me give you some context. The DLC black coating that we put on our watches. So the watch I'm wearing is a good example. This is one of the GCT prototypes, but for years we've worked with a company to take steel or titanium cases and turn them black and put the black, some people call it PVD, we call it DLC or diamond-like carbon black coating on the cases. That company that we've worked with for years let us go and basically told us that the numbers we were sending them, the onesie twosies, weren't enough. And for Vortic Watch Company, that's fair. I mean, that's what we're doing. We're sending them like, hey, here's a 12 size case, here's a 16 size case, here's a railroad edition. The customer ordered a black case, so we need to just do 1, 2 here and there. It's just a case and a crown. And that's not really their business model. The ironic thing is we were maybe a week, probably less, away from sending them hundreds of cases, crowns, dials, all this stuff for Colorado Watch Company, and probably that was much more profitable for them. Long story short, ends up being okay. Even though they let us go, they gave us a couple other companies and a couple other referrals to people that can do this DLC process. And one of them is another small business like us that's excited for this kind of work and this kind of business. So every story has a happy ending if you give it enough time and give it enough patience. But just one example of the things that it takes to, manufacture wristwatches in America. We unfortunately or fortunately keep learning these things and facing these challenges one after the next. So the bad news of all of that, besides for us that, we had to find a new supplier, was for you as our Kickstarter backers and you as our followers looking to hopefully buy, one of these Colorado watches coming soon. All of the black options are now delayed at least another month. That means all the GCT watches, so all the watches like the one I'm wearing, the GCT military-inspired watches, they all have black dials, and that obviously requires that supplier. And then if you ordered a field watch with a DLC black case, that field watch will now be delayed. Coming full circle, the good news is that we a couple days ago, heard from Fine Timepiece Solutions down in Arizona. They assembled the first batch of our field watches. They came together beautifully. We got a very long email from the CEO of that company just saying how excited he was to, see his movements. They assemble the Americron automatic movement that's in all of these down there, especially our new rotors, those decorated rotors that we upgraded everyone to. He was excited, very excited to share that they came together beautifully. They had a few tweaks and a piece of advice for us on how we can optimize the process of working with them. But, and I quote, "We are ready for full-scale production of the field watch." So that's exciting. We can all take a deep breath and we can full scale run right at it. And coming back to the DLC or the black coating issue, we already connected with one of those suppliers. And like I said, there is a delay there, but it's in motion. The new supplier is excited. And just today, we're shipping off a batch to them to test. And with that, one of the concerns that a few of our backers and a few comments we got on the last YouTube video was about the DLC black dials for the GCT. So originally, we had 2 dial options, matte and machined. Basically, I'm wearing the machine dial. It's like a glossy finish. I have more good news, hopefully, for those that were concerned about that. We were concerned that maybe we could only do the matte dials. We were concerned about the adhesion, especially on the aluminum dials we're using now. We still don't have final options, so I don't have anything to show you yet. But we firmly believe it's possible to still provide a matte dial and a machine dial And we're working with that supplier to just figure out exactly how to make that happen. So hopefully that's good news for you that ordered the GCT dials. Certainly, a delay is there, but all good things are worth waiting for. I've been wearing this prototype with the machine dial, and I firmly believe this is a great thing worth waiting for. So hopefully that's good news for you that ordered the GCT. Now, just as far as next steps, we should be receiving that first batch, and it was a small batch. We only sent, I think, 20 watches down to Arizona to do test assembly and water testing and all that kind of stuff. We should be receiving those in the next week or so. We'll ship those out, so a few of you will get your watch here very soon. Most of you, though, will start receiving your watch if you ordered a field watch here in the next month or two. And then the next video that we produce about a month from now will give you an update on the black options, DLC dials and case options. And we'll update expectations there as far as how long that's going to take. The actual next step and what to look out for is once we have a final version of every SKU or every option that we offered you, I'm going to send you an email, most likely automated from our Shopify system. We're building our ColoradoWatchCompany.com website right now, and that's all built on Shopify. I'm going to send you basically an invoice. Nothing, unless you actually owe us anything. Most of you don't. It'll just be like a paid order, but that will have a picture of the final watch that you're going to receive. That way you can verify, like we did have to make some small changes to the dials as we talked about in previous episodes. The way we apply the loom is a little bit different than what you saw on Kickstarter. The product is a lot higher quality than we even ever imagined, but it does look slightly different than the product that you saw when you pre-ordered it on Kickstarter. So we're going to send you an email with a picture of exactly what you're going to receive. And if you like it, you'll be able to just reply and say, send it. And I've already verified your address and things like that. So should be good to go. And we'll send it as soon as we can. If for some reason you'd like to make a change, you'd like to get something else, you'd like store credit to buy, let's say, a Vortic watch or a different watch instead, obviously there's potential delays that occur there. But if you're not happy with the final product that we've created, we want to make sure that that is right, and we want to do exactly what we said we were going to do and make you a watch that you're going to love and you're going to wear all the time. So we can handle that on a case-by-case basis. Like I said, I think these are all going to be awesome, but if you disagree and you want something else, you're the customer, and you and I will work that out. The best way to do all of that, and I'm going to initiate this, I'm going to send you an email, each and every one of you that backed us on Kickstarter. You're going to receive an email to verify all this. But if you want to initiate that process, you have any questions, you're thinking you want something else, you have questions about your order, if you forgot what you ordered, that's understandable and that's okay. Just send me an email anytime, info@coloradowatchcompany.com. That's info@coloradowatchcompany.com, and I will help you out. Now, one last note, just for those of you that just have been following along, you're interested in purchasing one of these watches now that we're going to start shipping them. We will not offer Colorado Watch Company watches for sale until we get through, let's say, at least half of these Kickstarter shipments. First, I want to make sure that we are selling you exactly what you're going to get. So I want to have final variants or final options to show you. And second, I want to just prioritize the people that backed us on Kickstarter and take care of those people first. So if you're looking to get one of the first ones after Kickstarter, just hang tight. It's months, not weeks, but it's not that many months at this point. We're coming along and we're getting really close. So on that note, thank you so much. Thank you especially to the people who backed us on Kickstarter. Thank you for your patience as we work through all these things. And thank you for all of you following along, watching these videos. As you can tell, it's very difficult to make things in America, especially watches. But I've started to say, and I really like saying, why let the Swiss have all the fun? So we'll see you next time on Building a Watch Company. I'm RT. Follow us here on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram, Colorado Watch Company, or head over to coloradowatchcompany.com or vorticwatches.com to check out our email list where you can get updates every time we have a new video or piece of content for you to look at. See you next time.